So Time Magazine just dropped a huge issue where it names the top 100 most influential content creators. But there's one injustice in here, and it's glaring, and it kind of makes me want to chew my face off. So if you're going to make a list of the top 100 most influential content creators, what are you going to take into account? Obviously viewership, also broad appeal, effect on pop culture, amongst other things. And you'll see by this list, which we're going to go through together in a moment, by some of the obscure names that probably 90% of the people who read this list never heard of, it's clear that they didn't forget anybody. So anybody missing is going to be blatantly obvious it's a snub. Now, I hate these lists because they're subjective, but talk about just tanking the credibility of your list right out of the gate. Can you believe they left off Asmongold? Now, here's my personal deal with Asmongold. I started off not liking him, because the only thing I knew about the guy is that he basically lives in his own fucking filth and his house is a petri dish, and that he don't brush his teeth, he don't have any good fucking hygiene, and he's probably gonna single-handedly bring back scabies or tuberculosis or some shit. So I was like, you got like a lot of these young kids, they watch streamers and shit. Is this really the guy they're supposed to be looking up to? A guy that sits in his chair and wallows in his own filth? So I wrote him off, but then I had a friend of mine tell me, no, listen, dude, this Asmongold guy's good. I like him. So I started to check him out. I don't know what it was about him, but I found myself liking the guy. I don't know what it was. It was like an intuitive thing, but I'm like, because I can't stand watching streams and I can't stand streamers. It's almost all mind rot with zero introspection. And it's a bunch of people who would realistically, let's be honest, be valeting fucking cars at Morton's if we didn't have such a dumb youth that just gifted these people fame for no talent. But I started watching this Asmongold cat. I don't sit there and watch streams, but I started to watch his YouTube. I'm like, something about the guy I like him. Good introspection. So he got me to look past the fact that the guy is filthy, which wasn't easy. So I like him. As Stone Cold says, I like you. Not very much, but I like you. So now Time comes out with this article, top 100 most influential content creators. I want to go through it because I want to show you who's on the list instead of Asmongold. Who are the 100 people they think are better? Now, before we get into this list, let me make one thing clear. I know who I'm 31 years old, and I have a group of friends that are in the same demographic as me. None of them have Twitch downloaded. They just don't. A lot of this is a Zoomer echo chamber where they think that everybody knows who these streamers are. It's just not true. So to be an influential creator, one of the main things is you have to pull people in who wouldn't normally be part of that community. When I tell you the older people, 30 and older, they know who Asmongold is. If you said the word phase to them, they would look at you like you had a dick growing out of your forehead. They don't know who they are. Everybody thinks these people are uber famous. They don't know who they are. They'll also know Adin Ross because he interviewed the president. Not much more than that. And I fell into that category until I had to do research for my videos up until recently. So I'm the perfect demographic to be looking at this list and being able to tell you if they're influential based on whether I know who they are or not. So let's get into this list. But first, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I upload content almost daily. We do full unfiltered commentary and don't care who we piss off. All right, let's see who they have on here. So they named Kai Cenat as the #1 most influential. Kai Cenat is not a streamer. He's a production. He's one of the only guys that's on there actually putting in a shitload of effort like a production company would and earning every penny. I think influential means a different thing than most entertaining, but I can live with him. Alex Earl, never heard of her. Sean Evans, Hot Ones, fantastic content. Influential, again, I mean, they must be using a different definition of the word, but sure, Anorexic Goldberg, he could be top 3. Kabane Lame, Kabi Lame. Okay, so this is the guy who got famous where it was somebody that was jumping through, it was Vine era where he got famous, where it was like it's somebody who was jumping through hoops. He'd post videos of somebody like trying to clean dishes with a tampon or something, and then he'd post himself cleaning it with a rag and go like this. I don't know if you guys remember that. It blew up. It looks stupid now, but believe it or not, at the time, it was unique and niche, and it was the only thing of its kind. Is he still influential? I mean, I don't know. I didn't even know he was still around. Olivia Dunn, again, never heard of her. Mr. Beast, no matter what you think of him, you got to put respect on his name. Guy's a mammoth content creator. He's the godfather of YouTube. And even though he makes money off of doing like Guantanamo Bay style sleep deprivation torture, he gets views and he's influential. So now we're going to start to get into the weeds a little bit. So you got Joe Rogan, self-explanatory. Again, I don't know if they're listing them in order, but if they are, he should not be this low on the list. He literally has a whole political party in this country blaming him for an election loss. The whole Democratic Party apparatus is trying to recreate him and have their own version for him because that's how consequential he is to the politics of the most powerful country the fucking world has ever seen. But Kabani Lame and Alex Earl are more influential. So I wiped my ass with this list already. Charlie D'Amelio, heard the name, don't know her. Evan Rodriguez, no idea. Starman, no idea. Alex Cooper, I only know because when I was covering politics, she interviewed Kamala Harris. She runs the Call Her Daddy podcast. Apparently she's influential with women. I mean, that's the only interview I ever seen. It was just a shitty softball interview. It was cringy as hell. I'm almost okay with her being on here. Mel Robbins, no idea. Mark Rober, no. Alan Chow, no. Heather Richardson, no. Amelia de Moldenberg, Chicken Shop Date. Rhett McLaughlin and Link Neal, Good Mythical Morning. I know them because they have the Snapchat where they fucking eat the nostalgic foods or whatever. Again, these two jerk-offs are supposed to be more influential than fucking Asmongold and a guy that interviewed the president. Nick DiGiovanni, no idea. Marquise Brownlee, no idea. I don't know any of these fucking people. Hannah Berner and Paige DeSorbo, Cole Walliser, Delaney Rowe, Andre Rebello, Jake Shane, Taylor Frankie Paul, Brittany Broski, Eva Gutowski, Prajatka Kohli, Talon Biggs, Haley Khalil, Alex and Alan Stokes, Heidi Wong, Reese Feldman, Emaine Anise, Josh Harmon, Daniel LaBelle, Madeline Argy. I've never even heard any of these names in fucking passing. Like I said at the top before I went to this video, the word that they're using, not that I'm attributing to the article, the word that the article creators are using is influential. I'm a 31-year-old man. I've been doing political commentary and then I just got into general commentary. If I haven't heard of these fucking people, who has? And obviously younger kids or whatever, but this seems to me to be more of like a fucking wish list of who they wish were influential, right? Vivian too, no idea. Becky Kennedy, Khalil Green, Theo Von. We know Theo Von. Theo Von's fantastic. He's hilarious. Well-deserved on the list. But I mean, holy shit. Look at that stretch I went through. I had to crawl through the fucking Amazon of nobodies before I even bumped into somebody that I recognized. Michelle Kerr, no idea. Gloria George, no idea. Jay Shetty, no idea. Hasan Piker, I do know. I know him from the political sphere. Absolutely is influential, no matter what you think about him. Shirley Raines, Michaela Noguera. I mean, dude, it goes on and on. I don't know any of these fucking people. I don't know any of them. Okay, if they're ranking this in order and they're putting iShowSpeed down next to the fucking obituaries, don't even wipe your ass with the list because it might be Poison Ivy. Catalysts. Look at this. I mean, they're not even worth reading. I don't know any of these fucking people. None of them. They put Joe Rogan in there because there was no way of getting around them, right? Like leaving Rogan off is clearly a little bit too obviously egregious. So they had to put him in. And you got Asmongold, who just blows these people away in influence. 99% of the list. Out of all streamers, he may solely hold the 35 and up demographic. People's dads have heard of Asmongold. The same people that if they bumped into fucking Sean Evans at the supermarket, they would think he had like stage 3 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, not realize that he's the guy from Hot Ones. That's the definition of influence. Asmongold is exposing a whole new generation to streaming that nobody else was able to do. That's influence. I don't give a shit. Being 31 years old and sort of plugged into the pulse of this country, there is no excuse for me not knowing 95% of people on your top 100 most influential list. And it's not my fault, it's yours. This fucking list is biased. It's obviously a list made up by a bunch of fucking hipster Brooklyn dwelling feminists that think for some reason shaving your armpits is anti-woman. It's a joke. I don't think anybody should pay any attention to it. If I missed anybody, let me know in the comments. That there's definitely got to be people that I'm missing that are glaring omissions from this dumb article. But let me know in the comments, and maybe you disagree with me that he shouldn't be on there, and like all these obscure people that I've never heard of, maybe I'm the idiot and they're all more popular than one of the 5 people that I know and have heard of, and maybe that is enough for him to be influential, because a lot of people I'm surrounded by that have no exposure to Twitch streaming knows who one guy is, and it's Asmongold, and he's not on your list for 100 most influential streamers. It's a joke. Again, I wipe my ass with this list. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me tremendously.